This is the microwave magnetron, and it is a very, very historical device that has been used in all over the years. Originally used in World War II for radio transmitters, and a guy only found out they cook food once he was standing near one and a chocolate bar melted in his pocket. And in this video I'm going to explain how they work, so let me just draw a diagram and I'll be right with you. Please ignore my crappy drawing. I've never really drawn a load in my life, so please ignore my crappy drawing. But basically, this is the above view of the inside of a magnetron tube. And basically, you have your filament in the middle, and a coil around it, which is filled with tungsten and thorium. Quite radioactive, so please be careful. And then you got your cathode, or anode, don't really know, that goes all the way around with your little cavities. And basically, it basically is an LC tank or LC oscillator. And basically, you have a capacitor and a, what are they called, inductor together. And they go backwards and forwards quite periodically and fast. And that causes some intense magnetic fields to spawn. And how is this an LC oscillator, you may ask? Well, it kind of works the same principle as a capacitor. You have those two, you have these all pins, or no, these 6 pins. There's many more, but I can't be bothered to draw them. And in between each pin, there is a voltage difference, thus a capacitance. And where's the inductor, you may ask? There's the ring of copper all around it, which goes to ground. And that forms our LC oscillator. And basically, once you have an LC oscillator, if you then take that and then give it to another coil, you will then produce microwaves. And that is the same thing of this antenna here, and the magnet's there. And you may ask why the magnet's there. And that is due to every single time that gets turned on, the electrons are going to flow from that to the outside. And of course, that's going to make radiation, because when an electron or particle speeds up, it releases radiation. So, to make longer amounts of radiation, the magnets are introduced, which make the electrons spin. And you get a spinning motion that looks like a star, or spoke configuration. And that is actually pretty cool. So with all this, you then have it contained, and some cooling fins, and some insulators, and some terminals. And then boom, you have one. You have a magnetron. If you do have one of these though, please be careful, because this pink bit here can often contain beryllium oxide, and of course if you scratch that or break it and breathe the dust in, you will get cancer. So please don't do that and leave it to me, because I'm a professional dumbass, as Electro Boom and me would say. But not all of them contain beryllium. Like this white one. This has a white insulator, and it does not contain beryllium. This is aluminium oxide. Yes, aluminium, I'm from the UK, so what? And it's way bigger and different from the other. So this just shows there's many more types and models of magnetron. So that's really cool. That is awesome. And to actually get the magnetron to turn on, you don't just plug it in. You're going to need a transformer, 2 diodes, a capacitor, and a high voltage fuse. And I would put this together, but I don't really want to turn my room into a microwave, so I will probably do it in the future. But this is just the setup. I don't know which goes where either, so of course I don't want to blow myself up. Because of course, 2000 volts, extremely dangerous. One touch of the output and you're fried. Especially with this thing as well. This can give you cataracts if it's turned on and you look directly into it when it's turned on, or whenever that filament is glowing. So yeah, don't do that. And even though this capacitor is only like 1 microfarad, divided by blah 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 blah, blah 3% B. You can see that it's rated for nearly 2200 watts and volts. No, not watts, volts. I mean, but yeah, stupid me. But yeah, so you got to be very careful with this and always discharge it. Otherwise, when you touch these, you're gonna go wee across your room, and you're probably gonna die as well whilst flying. So leave it to me, and I'll probably have this set up soon. But of course, I don't want to die, do I? And of course, it even says on the thing, danger, high voltage, microwave radiation. I hope this video helped me explain or helped you understand how these work. I am extremely sorry for my crappy ass drawing, but it basically looks the same on the inside of this tube. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Cheers! British accent be like.